A harrowing experience recalled by Gerard Bronson, who joined the 2nd Ranger Battalion of the 75th Regiment in 1991, is retelling the stories of his colleagues who were part of the 1983 intervention by the U.S. in Grenada.
Some of the first experiences that were told to me were definitely the parachute drop into Point Salinas airfield at the time. And one of the main things was because the mission got compromised, the planes actually got off course, and so they were late coming in, and what was supposed to be a nighttime drop, which is normally what Rangers do, it became a daylight jump.
Bronson tells GBN that while the U.S. intervention was retold to him by some members of the 2nd Ranger Battalion, it is also required to know Rangers' history going back to as far as World War II and the American-Indian War.
And so instead of a 1,200-foot normal jump, they dropped down to 500 feet. And they were doing a 500-foot jump as they were coming in. They had radios on board, and they were hearing all of the chatter coming across the radios that the Cubans heard that we were coming. They know we're coming. They're ready for us. So as they were flying in, the bullet holes started coming through the aircraft, and the lights started piercing through.
The ex-soldier recounts the difficulties experienced after the parachute jump on what is now the Maurice Bishop International Airport.
As they were coming down, I understand that there was one guy from 1st Ranger Battalion who was a hung jumper. And what that means is he got hung up on the side of the aircraft, and he was flailing and stuck. And so they had to do another pass with him being dragged behind. And they were using grappling hooks, throwing them out there, trying to grab onto his equipment and pull him back into the aircraft. And at that time, there were some U.S. Navy SEALs that had just landed onto the airfield as well. And they were pinned down by the Cubans from a location right near where we're at now. And when that was happening, the Cubans were looking up at this guy hanging from a plane. And they're like, it distracted them. And so the SEALs were able to make a break for it and get from the break in the fire, and they were able to move up onto their positions and everything because this guy's getting hung from the aircraft.
He says Grenada is a huge part of the Rangers' history, and he remembers his friends expressing their pride for what they accomplished during the U.S. intervention.
Then now it was time to move on to the True Blue campus. So they made it over to the True Blue campus in pretty much no time because it's so close. They got there, and there were 100 and something students over there. And, oh, wait, there's another campus? We weren't told about another campus. Where is this other campus? Oh, the Grand Anse campus. Wait, there's more students over there than there are here? This is all we were told about. Now there's like 238 students at the Grand Anse campus that now need to be rescued. That wasn't part of the mission.
The former soldier describes the various accounts in which the U.S. Ranger troops were ambushed and killed while attempting to capture the Grand Anse SGU campus.
That one, they kind of call it the Battle of Grand Anse in a way because they had to assault it. The Cubans were all like on the campus patrolling it. In control of it. So they actually, on these tourist maps, came up with their battle plan. All right, this is how we're going to take and secure this campus.
The ex-ranger says his visit and marriage in Grenada close to October 25th is not a coincidence. He plans to visit all the sites on October 25th. He says it has been an eye-opener getting locals' perspective on what occurred in 1983, which he would in turn share with his friends who were part of the intervention. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.